Good morning. Today's Kislev, day 2 on our Tanya journey. And today we will be hearing from the Alter Rebbe's 3 sons, Reb Ber, who will succeed him to be the second Chabad Rebbe, and his brothers Reb Chaim, Avram, and Moshe, where they will describe the Alter Rebbe's words as true and upright words. These are words that can ignite a Jew's soul to help him on his journey towards finding spiritual attainment and achievement and connection with God. And they also describe the format of Tanya, how when the Alter Rebbe had originally written the Tanya, he included 3 sections. He included the Likutei Amarim, which is a book for the intermediates. It's a discussion about man, our spiritual makeup, and our journey through life. That had 53 chapters. And then they describe the next section, the Alter Rebbe put in the next section, the Shar Yichud Ve'emunah, which is the gates of unity and faith, which is a discussion about God, and how he created the worlds, and how he relates to the worlds, and how the worlds relate to him post-creation. And then the third section is Igeres HaTshuva, letters to help us return. If you ever feel spiritually estranged or unattuned, the Igeres HaTshuva is a path that the Alter Rebbe lays out for us to bring us back into the fold. And then when the sons of the Alter Rebbe are writing this letter, they included 2 more sections, the Igeres HaKodesh. These are letters from various times to various communities on various topics that they felt were applicable to all Chassidim in all places. So they included in the Tanya. And then the Kuntras Achrein, they include this is a very deep discussion on different texts within the Kabbalah and the Zohar where they seem to contradict each other, and the Alter Rebbe navigates us through that to show us how they all don't contradict, and it is all really describing one discussion. So that is the words of the sons of the Alter Rebbe. And now we get to Akdamas HaMalake, the intro written by the Alter Rebbe. This is the compiler's forward. Again, he's calling himself a compiler, not an author. He's saying that he's not bringing any new ideas to the table, just arranging previous statements from Kabbalah, Gemara, halacha, wherever, and these are his words. He opens up with a bracha. He says, to all those who are Reizvei Tzedek Mevakshei Hashem, people that are looking for truth. They are seeking righteousness in their life. These are the seekers of the world who are looking for the truth. He says that I give you a blessing, that with as much effort you put into this is as much you should pull out, and it should be rewarding and blessing within your life. That you should see with all the great things and the little things in your life, that everything should be well and happy and whole. And he gives a blessing that we should complete this journey and help spread the message to all those who need help on their journey as well. Now the Alter Rebbe opens up with a challenge that he was faced with by writing this book. He says that in general, when you're writing in a book, you're limited to, this is my target audience that I think I'm going for, and this is the ideas that I think they understand, and now let me address them, and I could speak to that knowledge base and that level of skill. Versus when you're giving a speech or you're having a discussion one-on-one, I can make a point. If you don't understand because you're lacking previous knowledge, I can give you a preface. If you didn't understand the way I put it, I could give you a new example. But when I write a book, it's a final cut. There is no going back and discussing with the reader. So that is one limitation in writing a book. And he says, even when you're writing a Jewish book, which if it's based on Torah, theoretically every Jew has his soul sourced in Torah, so it should fit to each and every individual. However, within Judaism and within Torah, there are 70 different approaches. Beis Shammai, he comes from the left, he comes from Gvura, he'll say that's Pasul, that is Tameh. Beis Hillel, he's coming from the right, he has Chesed, he's going to say, no, that's kosher, that's Tahar. And then you have people who vary, and they're in between. So depending on your soul's makeup, even in halacha, practical, what to do, there's difference of opinion. But when you're talking about how to feel and what to think and what will get your soul turned on and set on fire, these are such fine details that each and every person is so unique and so different, and our spiritual and emotional and psychological makeup is so different one from the other, that there can't be one book to describe and encapsulate for everyone. It would be much simpler to do it one-on-one. So these are the challenges that are facing the Alter Rebbe, and he says that that's why we make a bracha. When you see 600,000 Jews in one place, you say about Hashem that he is the Chacham HaRazim, the knower of all the secrets, because each person operates so differently, and each of us have our own spiritual and emotional makeup, that to understand the fine-tunings of every person's heart and soul is a major feat, and that's why we make that bracha. So these are the challenges facing the Alter Rebbe, and we will hear tomorrow how he resolves these issues and how he compiles his Tanya. Stay tuned, and we'll see you then.